Glyphosate and or its breakdown product, which is called AMPA, is routinely detected in our food supply. The residues have been detected in crops that are genetically engineered to resist glyphosate, like Roundup Ready soybeans. So that's no surprise. But it's also detected in crops that undergo pre-harvest desiccation, which is a process in which glyphosate is sprayed before harvest. Sometimes it's sprayed just a week or two prior. It accelerates the drying of crops like cereals and legumes, like wheat, oat, barley, and edible beans. And because it's sprayed so close to harvest, higher residue levels of glyphosate have been detected. So what happened was, as higher residue levels started to appear on the foods, results because of the expanded use of glyphosate, having to use more of it, using more on more cropland in general, using it as a desiccant, Monsanto and other glyphosate registrants began to petition the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, to raise the glyphosate residue tolerance levels. So, for example, the EPA, and in general, the EPA has complied with those requests. So the EPA, for example, increased the allowable glyphosate residue level in soybeans from 20 parts per million to 40 parts per million. And that would, in essence, allow those crops to legally remain on the market. Another example, in 1993, EPA established a tolerance for oats. It was actually 0.1 parts per million. But in 1996, Monsanto asked EPA, can you just raise it to 20 parts per million? And the EPA did. And then in 2008, at Monsanto's suggestion, the EPA again raised the tolerance for glyphosate in oats, and this time to 30 parts per million. So just that one example of oats alone shows you how much they thought was safe at the beginning. And then as the technology failed and the usage began to become more ubiquitous, they had to raise these tolerance levels. Otherwise, these foods would not be legally allowed on the market. Now,